Hello and welcome to your 45-minute-ish Vinyasa flow practice. Thank you so much for being here. Got some nice breezes going on. I am in my backyard today in front of this very majestic tree you'll probably see just kind of blowing in the breeze behind us. But let's go ahead and get down to our practice today. So there is a playlist beneath this video. If you want to go ahead and just hit play on that playlist, right, we'll go ahead and settle on in and we will begin on our backs. So I'm going to stay seated to talk to you, but go ahead and lie down on your mat. You could take a corpse pose, arms and legs long. Right? If your lower back is feeling a bit tight, I'd invite you to find a constructive rest. So planting the soles of the feet on the mat, knees bent towards the ceiling, walking the feet out a little bit wider, and then allowing your knees to knock together in the center. Right? Or maybe a supine butterfly, soles of the feet together, knees wide. You can use some blocks to support your knees. But whatever shape you choose, right? Setting yourself up into a shape that feels comfortable and supportive, because you're going to be here for just a few minutes. So closing the eyes or softening your gaze. And let's just begin by taking a deep breath in through your nose, then a full breath out through the mouth. And do that again. Little deeper breath in, fill the belly, the ribs, the heart, the throat. Open mouth, exhale, side out. And don't be afraid to make a little bit of noise with your breath. It's just you and your mat and perhaps your animals at home. Right? It's a really nice way to sort of clear out any stuck energy. So let's do that one more time for good measure. Deep breath in, all the way down to the belly. Fill the chest, the heart, the throat. Sip in a little more air. Hold it at the top. Open mouth, exhale, side out. And as you do so, feeling this relaxing wave of energy just sort of drifting over your entire body. And continue to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose, feeling all the parts of you that are connecting with your mat. And maybe placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, just really tapping into yourself and how you are feeling in this moment right now. And knowing that there's nothing you need to do and that there is no possible way that you could mess this up. So over the weekend, I went to a yoga festival and I listened to this keynote speaker who is a doula. And she shared something really fascinating, which is that the very first thing, the very first organ that our body develops in the womb is the heart. The very first thing our body creates is our heart space. And everything sort of grows around that, right? And I found it so fascinating because we often don't pay that much attention to our heart, right? But we know with science, with measurements, that the energy of the heart space, its electromagnetic field, is 60 times bigger than the electromagnetic field of your brain. This is something you can simply Google after class, but 60 times. The heart space emits a bigger field, 60 times larger than that of the mind, right? So I offer you this to begin our practice by connecting with our heart, by maybe spending just a little bit more time practicing listening to our heart. So with one or both hands over your chest, over your heart space, take a deep breath in, fill up the heart, And as you exhale, soften down into your mat. And do that again, a couple more breaths, your pace, filling up your heart space, right? And setting this intention to connect with the energy of your heart, right? There's wisdom in our bodies. Nothing is by accident, right? So there's a reason that our heart grows first and everything else follows. Let's go ahead and extend the arms up overhead. And extend your legs out long in the opposite direction, right? And just take a little good morning stretch, right? Allowing your lower back to round off the mat, allowing your heart space to lift towards the sky. Good, and then we'll just go ahead and walk our limbs up over to the right corners of the mat. So left ankle will cross over right hand will capture left wrist, and we'll find this crescent moon shape, taking a little bit of a side body stretch. Take a breath in. And a full breath out. We'll walk our hands back through center, walk your legs back through center, and we'll just set up the shape on the other side. So walking the limbs towards the left corners of your mat, right ankle crosses over left, left hand captures right wrist, right? Feeling the spaciousness in the side of your body. Breathe in there. And a full breath out. And allow your heart to lead the way. Walk your limbs back through center. Let's go ahead and slide those heels in towards the glute, bending the knees. Knees will point up towards the ceiling. We'll slide the hands down beside the hips here, setting up for a bridge pose. So inhale, drive through the heels, lift the hips up towards the sky. Find this energetic squeeze of the inner thighs hugging in, the fronts of your knees driving forward. Right, option to stay right here, or option to interlace fingertips behind the low back, and then you can kind of walk your shoulders underneath you one at a time, drawing the heart space open just a bit more. Right, and as you breathe in, see if you can lift your heart up towards your chin. And as you breathe out, stay where you are. Right, and see if you can allow the mind to continue to drift away, softening the thoughts through the mind, right? And inviting in this practice of listening to and moving from our heart. Let's release the fingertips wide, palms plant on the mat. Inhale, lift the hips just a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down one vertebra at a time. Go draw your knees in towards your chest. Give your legs a nice squeeze, right? Maybe a gentle rock side to side, or rolling through the ankles. Right? Spread the toes wide, whatever you choose to do here, and start to wake up your feet. We'll bring the hands behind the thighs. We'll start to rock and roll along the length of the mat a few times, and eventually we'll rock up to seated. We're gonna set up for a reverse tabletop. So soles of the feet planted in front of you, hands behind you, fingertips point forward. Drive into the heels, breathe in, lift the hips up. Eye gaze lifts towards the sky. You should feel a nice stretch in the fronts of the shoulders. Good. Again, find that energetic squeeze of the inner thighs. Lift the hips. Big breath in. Exhale, set the hips down. Go ahead and cross your legs. Plant your hands in front of you and walk your knees back, finding a tabletop. Spread the fingertips nice and wide, knees beneath the hips. We'll breathe in, cow pose. Lift the tailbone, drop the belly, roll the chest forward and up. And then breath out, rounding through the spine, eyes to thighs. Again, breathing in, cow pose. Lift your heart. Breath out, rounding through the spine. Lift the space between the shoulder blades, eyes to thighs. And then keep going here, your pace, connecting the movement with your breath and adding on anything that feels good, right? So maybe taking some big full body circles, maybe swaying the hips side to side, right? Maybe a little wagging of your tail, peeking over the shoulder. Maybe it's a child's pose that's really calling to you, right? But listening to the messages that your body is sending you, because your body is always speaking to you. Whether or not we're listening is something entirely different. One more round of breath to take what you need here. We'll meet back up in tabletop. Inhale, we're gonna stretch the right arm forward, lengthen the left leg back. Strong through your core. Take a big inhale, finding length in your limbs. And as you exhale, circle sweep, right arm back behind you, thumb pointing up, bend your left knee, and see if you can maybe capture the pinky toe side of the foot, right? Maybe you can capture big toe side, that's great. Maybe you're still working on reaching back for the foot, right? Wherever you are, find somewhere to steady your gaze, lift your toes up a little higher, stay strong in the core, and then just gently start to kick into the hand. So soften through the right shoulder. Without slingshotting, inhale, it's right arm forward, left leg back. Exhale, elbow to knee around the spine. Breathe in, reach out. Breath out, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower the hand, lower the knee. Cow pose one time, drop the belly, lift the heart, breathe in. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog, breath out. Spread the fingertips wide. Take the outer edges of your arms and spiral them in towards your face. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen the tailbone up to where the wall and the ceiling meet behind you. And then maybe just pedal out through the feet. We're here, one more big breath in. One more full breath out. Inhale, lift the heels high, roll your body forward like a wave, high plank. Okay, pause here. You always have the option for knees. And as we take these vinyasas, you always have the option to make them your own or to skip them entirely. Inhale, shift forward on the toes. Exhale with care, lower all the way down to the mat. Elbows hug the ribs. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Hug the elbows in. Breathe in, low cobra, lift the heart. Breath out, lowers down. Turn on your core. It's either tabletop or high plank, you choose. Breath in, push away from the mat. Downward dog is where we meet, hips lift up and back. Inhale, roll it forward, high plank, pause. With care, lower the knees down to the mat. Find your tabletop. Knees hip width apart, hands beneath the shoulders. Breath in, left arm forward, right leg back, right? And then pause. Find some length through the limbs. Find this strengthening, this corseting through your waistline. Inhale, circle sweep. Left arm up and back, bend right knee. See if you can capture pinky toe side of that foot, right? Or maybe you're still working on that reach back. Steady your gaze, strong through the core, lift the toes and start to kick into your hand. With control, breathe in, left arm forward, right leg back. Breath out, elbow to knee, round the spine. Breathe in, find the length. Breath out, round. Inhale, lengthen out. Breath out, lower the hand, lower the knee. Toes tuck. Inhale this time, just hover your knees off the mat. So hovering tabletop, spread the fingertips wide, grip your mat with the little finger pads of your fingers. So you're kind of like cat clawing that mat, right? And then strong through the core, take your eye gaze towards the top of the mat. Breath in, downward dog, breath out. Inhale, high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward towards your hands, and then step forward, feet meet hands. Feet hip distance apart, ragdoll. Hands to opposite elbows. Allow the upper body to sway here side to side. Release the weight of your head, crown of the head pulling down towards your mat. Breathe here. Anything you've been hanging on to, any energy that's not serving you, I want you to shake it off right here. Allow it to just melt right off the top of your head, down onto your mat. Let it go. Release the fingertips. Inhale, we're gonna come to a standing right knee raise. So as you come up, right knee lifts. Right, so finding some balance early here. From there, we're gonna bring right hand towards right hip, we're gonna bring right heel towards glute, and then we're just gonna go ahead and reach back. Take the pinky toe side of that foot, square your hips forward, little squeeze of the inner thighs, and we're just finding a quad stretch, right? So squeeze your right glute, press your right hip forward. Good. Inhale, we'll release the foot, sweep the right arm up overhead. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, we're coming right back up, standing left knee raise. So as you rise, left knee lifts in front of the hip. Exhale, left heel to glute, left hand reaches back, capturing the pinky toe side of that foot. Hug your inner thighs together, right? Squeeze your left glute to press the hip forward and really get a nice stretch in the front of the thigh. Mountain is an inhale. Plant the feet, reach both arms up. Strong glutes, cactus the arms, baby back bend, heart space lifts. Inhale, mountain, arms up. Exhale, bow it down, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Breath out, plant your palms, step your right foot back, low lunge, right? And then just check in, left knee over left ankle. Come to the tips of the fingers. Cow lunge is a breath in, so dip your hips, bend both knees, lift through your heart. Cat lunge is a breath out, fold over two straighter legs. Wrap your outer left hip towards the back of the mat, soften through the right heel. One more time, cow lunge, breathe in, dip your hips. Cat lunge, breath out. Low lunge, simple twist. Right palm plants, left arm lifts. Energetic squeeze of the inner thighs, rotate through the waistline, maybe gaze up towards left palm. One more big breath in. Wide-legged fold to your right, breath out. Seal down the outer edges of the feet, allow the heart space to melt towards the mat. From here, right hand will plant at heart center on your mat. Breathe in, left arm lifts, and then just roll out the wrist. Stretch out through the fingertips, gaze up, big breath in. Breath out, left hand to the mat in front of you. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. And then again, rolling out the wrist once or twice each direction, wiggle out the fingertips. Big breath in, stretch up. Breath out, wide-legged fold. Wide-legged halfway lift, so lengthen through the spine, strong core here. Breathe in. Low lunge, top of the mat, breath out. Again, stay strong through the core, find a hug of the inner thighs. High crescent lunge, inhale, so rise all the way up. Deep bend into the left knee, strong through the back leg. Squaring hips and shoulders to the top of the space. Take an inhale. Lean and fly, breath out. Crown of head reaches forward, pinkies reach back, palms face the floor. Hug your pinkies in towards one another. Right, find that squeeze across the back, the triceps. High crescent lunge is a breath in, sweep the arms up. Lean and fly, breath out. One more time, high crescent lunge. Inhale, stretch up. Palms plant, low lunge, breath out. High plank is an inhale, step left foot back to meet right. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to the mat. You choose. Breath in is either low cobra or upward facing dog this time. Press down through the tops of the feet, lift the heart space. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet, breath out. And you can always skip everything in between. Inhale here, high on the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, feet to hands. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen your spine, strong core. Forward fold, breath out. Circle sweep, arms to sky, breathe in, reach up. Good, exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend, breath out. And then bring the hands behind the low back for a bind. Interlace fingertips, drive your knuckles down towards the backs of the thighs. Breathe in. Hinge and fold with a bind, breath out. So feet can be a little bit wider here, right? Allow the fist of your hands to fall forward. And then bend into your left knee, peek up and over the right shoulder. Good, come back through center. Bend into the right knee, peek over the left shoulder. Come back through center. Release the bind, hands to the fronts of the legs. Breath in, halfway lift, strong core. Breath out, low lunge, step the left foot back. Cow lunge, two bent knees, dip the hips, roll the heart space forward. See if you can keep your right heel sealed to the mat. If it's lifted, that just means you gotta scooch your right foot forward a little bit more. Cat lunge is your exhale. Push down into big toe mound of the right foot. Drop the hips back, fold over two straighter legs. Cow lunge, breathe in, tip the hips, roll the heart forward. Cat lunge, full breath out. Good. Low lunge, simple twist. Left palm plants, right arm lifts, breathe in. Find this strength of the legs. Find this rotation through the waistline. Inhale. Wide-legged fold to the left, exhale. Plant the right palm, inhale, left arm lifts. Listen, this time, exhale, hand to low back, palm facing out. Right, so a little bit of a half wrap here. Slide left shoulder away from the ear. Maybe right hand reaches towards right hip crease. Breath in, left arm lifts. Breath out, left palm plants. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Breath out, right hand to low back, palm facing out. Right, and then option to slide fingertips towards the hip crease. Good. Inhale, release the right arm high. Breath out, wide-legged fold. And then inhale, wide-legged halfway lift, really strong core. Option to fly the arms this time. Low lunge, top of the mat is your breath out. High crescent lunge, inhale, sweep the arms up. So this is a balancing pose, right? Think about your elevator lunge here. Feet hip distance apart, hips squaring forward. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Spiral the outer arms in, reach your pinkies towards the sky. Big inhale. Lean and fly, exhale, crown of the head forward, sweep the arms back, turn on the backs of the arms. Outer right hip wraps back. Breathe in, high crescent. Breath out, lean and fly. High crescent lunge, breath in. Low lunge, breath out, plant the palms. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, high to low push-up, chaturanga, or all the way to the mat. Breathe in, heart lifts, back bend of choice. Breath out, downward facing dog. Inhale, high in your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Breathe in, mountain, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Place both hands over the top of your heart. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Right, take a moment to tune back in. Really incredible thing about our hearts is that when we start breathing and moving together, we don't necessarily even need to be in the same space. Our hearts start to sync up, right? They start to beat in rhythm. So when you take this class, our hearts start to beat together. Right? What a beautiful thing that is, that we are on the same frequency in this moment right now. Breathe and allow your heart space to lift into your palms. Breath out, lower your hands beside the hips, palms face forward, spread your fingertips wide. Inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive. So heart leads the way, all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant the palm, step the right foot back, low lunge, breath out. Cow lunge, two bent knees, dip the hips, roll the heart forward. Cat lunge, two straighter legs, breath out. Cow lunge, breathe in, dip your hips. Cat lunge, fold over those legs. Low lunge, simple twist. Right palm plants, left arm lifts, breath in. Wide-legged fold to the right, breath out. Listen for the change. Inhale, wide-legged halfway lift, fly your arms. Low lunge, top of the mat, breath out. High crescent lunge, breathe in, rise all the way up. Lean and fly, breath out. High crescent, inhale. Lean and fly, exhale. Last time, high crescent lunge, rise up. Palms plant, low lunge, breath out. Inhale, option to go right into chaturanga with that leg floating, right? Option to move right into downward facing dog. Option to take a child's pose. Pick whatever option brings you joy. Inhale, high in the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop or float, top of your mat. Breathe in, rise, mountain pose, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, thumbs to heart space. Breathe in, lift your heart to your thumbs. Breath out, hands beside hips, palms face forward. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms up. Exhale, lead with the heart, swan dive, take it down, breath out. Halfway lift, inhale. Palms plant, step the left foot back, low lunge, exhale. Cow lunge, breathe in, dip your hips. Cat lunge, breath out, fold, 2 straighter legs. Breathe in, cow lunge, 2 bent knees, dip your hips. Cat lunge, exhale. Low lunge, simple twist. Left palm plants, right arm lifts, breathe in. Wide-legged fold, quarter turn to the left, breath out. Wide-legged halfway lift, fly the arms, strong core. Low lunge, top of the mat, hands frame right foot, breath out. High crescent lunge, breathe in. Strong core, lean and fly, breath out. High crescent, breathe in. Lean and fly, breath out. High crescent, breath in. Low lunge, hands plant, exhale. High plank, inhale, option to float the right leg. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way to the mat, or downward dog, you choose. Take your vinyasa, your pace, your breath. Inhale, high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. Inhale, chair pose. So sink the hips back, sweep the arms high. Right, and then listen to your body. Would my low back feel better if my feet were hip width apart? Would my shoulders feel better if I brought my arms lower or I brought my hands to my heart? Check in. Press the outer edges of the feet down into the mat and push down and away like you're trying to peel your mat space apart. Right, lining up the backs of the legs, lining up to the sides of the legs, something I know you're really familiar with. We'll take a big breath in. Lean and fly, breath out. Inhale, rise, circle sweep, arms to sky mountain. Exhale, bow it down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Palms plant, right foot back, low lunge, breath out. You know this, cow lunge, breathe in, dip the hips. Cat lunge, 2 straighter legs, listen. Low lunge, simple twist. Right palm plants, left arm lifts, breathe in. Wide-legged fold to your right, breath out. And then high pyramid pose. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Palms come together to touch. Warrior 2, top of the mat. So left toes rotate towards the top of the mat. Deep bend into the left knee. Soften through the shoulders, lengthen out through the fingertips. Allow your eyes to settle over your left fingertips. Straighten your front leg. Breathe in, bring the palms together to touch. Breath out, press the palms down, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten front leg, palms touch. Warrior 2, breath out, stay. Reverse your warrior. So reach your left arm up towards the sky and then towards the back of your mat. Deepen the bend into the left knee, big side body stretch. Extended side angle, reach left fingertips forward. Left arm to left thigh, right arm straight up towards the sky, or option to float right bicep by ear. If you're seeking more of a challenge, option to lengthen the left arm inside the left leg or to float it overhead as well. Breathe in, reverse your triangle. So straighten your front leg, bump your hips forward, left arm reaching up and back. Triangle pose, breath out. Stretch the arms forward, bump your hips back. Left arm inside that leg, right arm to the sky. Maybe fingertips come down towards the mat. Keep bumping the hips back. Good, inhale here. Exhale, right hand to low back. Palm facing out. Option to reach for that left hip crease, spiraling heart space towards the sky. Good, inhale, float the right arm up. Exhale, low lunge, top of the mat. Inhale, standing split, so launch off of the right foot. Right leg lifts, flex your foot, press your right foot towards the back of the mat, and then fold over the left leg for that big stretch. Big breath in. Forward fold, right foot beside left, breath out. Chair pose, inhale, sink the hips low, sweep the arms up. And then this time, zip ankles, knees, and thighs together. Breath out, lean and fly. And then option for drinking bird. So lifting the heels off of the mat as high as you can, and then dipping your beaks down towards the floor. Squeeze the triceps, turn on the back body. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the heels to the mat. Inhale, circle sweep mountain pose. Strong glutes, cactus arms, baby back bend, breath out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Heart leads the way, take it down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breath out, hands plant, left foot steps back, low lunge, cow lunge. Breathe in, dip the hips, roll the heart forward. Cat lunge, breath out. Low lunge, simple twist. Left palm plants, right arm lifts. Inhale, wide-legged fold to the left. Exhale, wide, high pyramid, circle sweep, arms all the way up, palms come together to touch. Warrior two, top of the mat. Turn the right toes towards the top of the mat. Bend into the right knee. Arms parallel to the floor. Breathe in, straighten the front leg. Palms come together to touch. Breath out, press down through the palms. Bend the knee, warrior two. Breathe in, straighten the front leg. Palms touch. Breath out, warrior two, stay. Eye gaze right over the right fingertips. Reverse your warrior, legs stay the same. Reach the right arm up and back. Big stretch, right hip crease to fingertips. Extended side angle, reach the right arm forward, right forearm to thigh, left arm towards the sky or all the way up overhead. If you're seeking that extra challenge, right, float the right arm, float the right arm. Breathe in, reverse triangle, straighten the front leg, bump your hips forward. Triangle pose is your breath out. So bump your hips back, stretch your right arm forward, 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 and then right arm to 6 o'clock, left arm up towards 12. Inhale here. Exhale, left hand to low back, palm facing out. Right, maybe sliding your fingertips towards that hip crease, spiraling the heart towards the sky. Keep the length through your torso and through the side bodies. Inhale, left arm floats. Exhale, low lunge, top of the mat. Inhale, standing splits, kick the left heel up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, chair pose. Breath out, twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Squeeze your knees together, keep your hips steady. Breathe in, chair. Breath out, left arm back, right arm forward, twist. Breathe in, chair. Lean and fly, breath out. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart, thumbs to heart space. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Again, breathe in, lift your heart into your thumbs. Breathe out, anchor down through the heels. From here, inhale, circle sweep, arms to sky. Exhale, right hand, elbow to right hip, right heel to glute. Reach your right hand back. See if you can capture big toe side of the foot. If not, pinky toe side will do. Squeeze the inner thighs slightly back towards one another. Square your hips and shoulders forward. We're moving into dancer. So we'll start to lift the right toes towards the sky. As you do so, the body sort of seesaws forward. Right? Keep this energetic wrapping of the inner thighs towards one another. Once the toes feel like they won't lift any higher, start to gently kick into the hand. Soften through your right shoulder. Right, gentle back bend right at the base of the shoulder blades. Maybe not super gentle. This is a challenging posture. But see if you can allow your breath to flow. One more round of breath. And then we'll make our way back to standing on 2 feet. We'll bring both hands over the heart. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. And just notice exactly how you are feeling. Flutter the eyes back open. Inhale, circle sweep, arms reach up, mountain. Exhale, left elbow, left hip, palm facing up. Left heel to glute. See if you can reach back, capturing big toe side of the foot. Again, hug inner thighs in towards one another. Square your hips and shoulders forward. Right? And then start to lift your left toes towards the ceiling. As you do so, sort of seesawing the upper body forward. Lengthen out through the right fingertips. Right? You're still strong here through the core. Lift your toes up as high as they feel like they'll go, and then gently start to kick into the hand. You might wobble, you might lose your balance. Right? That's less important than how you speak to yourself in the moments that you do fall. right? And how do we treat ourselves when we're not finding perfection on our mat? Because it's less about the pose and it's more about everything else. One more round of breath. We'll make our way back to standing, 2 feet on the ground. Place one hand on top of the heart, place the other hand on top of the heart. Close your eyes. Maybe you feel the pounding of your heartbeat after that pose. And just notice how you feel. Remember that we show up to our mats to practice how we want to live our lives. Okay, because the work we do on our mat is just the beginning. When we step off of our mats, right, that's where the real work begins. Right? Can we take the lessons from our mat out into our day? And remember, whatever we're practicing in this moment is what we're getting really good at. Right? So let's practice sending ourselves a bit more love in this moment. And then let's practice sending love to a dear friend, a relative, a pet, a partner. Right? Imagine that energy emanating out from your heart space, right? Emanating to you first, every cell of your body, and then emanating further, right? 60 times further than the brain. So send that loving energy to someone near and dear. Big breath in, feel your heart space fill. Breath out, grounding down through your heels. Flutter the eyes open, breathe into your heart. Breath out, lower the hands beside the hips. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms up. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Breath out, plant palms, step the right foot back, low lunge, and then walk both hands inside of your left foot for a runner's lunge. From here, set the right knee down onto the mat, untuck your toes, plant your right palm. Left hand will come to the inside of your left thigh, and you can kind of just roll the hips around a little bit, maybe coming to the outer edge of the foot. And then option to stay, or option to move into cat grabs its tail. So inhale, circle, sweep, left arm up and back, right knee bends, and you'll capture the pinky toe side of the foot. For more of a quad stretch, hug that heel in towards the glute. Right, for a bit more opening across the front side body, kick into the hand, soften through the shoulder, and feel one final stretch across your heart. Release the foot if you have it. Both hands plant. Let's just go ahead and gently toe heel the left foot over to the right hand corner of the mat. We're going to set up for a half pigeon. So if this shape doesn't work for your body, you can do a figure 4 on the back. Let's slide the right knee back, slide the left knee back, and then walk your hands in towards you. Breathe in, stretch up all the way into your throat. And then breath out, gently fold forward if it feels good. See if you can soften your head, neck, shoulders. Release any tension in your jaw. Release the space between your eyebrows. We're here, just one more round of breath. Walk your hands back in towards you. Back toes tuck. Inhale, left heel lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot beside right. Option to take a final vinyasa if it brings you joy, right? So if so, rolling forward, high plank, big breath in. Chaturanga, full breath out. Upward facing, press down onto the tops of the feet, lift the chest. Downward facing dog, breath out. Inhale, high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step feet to hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Low lunge, step the left foot back, breath out. Left knee to the mat, untuck the toes. We'll walk both hands inside the right foot. And then right hand to the inside of the right knee. You can roll the hips around a little bit or roll to the outer edge of the foot. Right, but be gentle with yourself, be gentle with your hips. Option to stay as you are. Option to take cat grabs its tail, circle sweep, right arm back, capturing the left foot. Right, you can draw the heel in towards the glute for more of a quad hip stretch. Or you can kick into the hand. Right, and one more time, press the heart space forward and open. Right, and see if you can actually feel your heart space after all of this work starting to soften. Starting to feel a bit more open, a bit more safe to shine. Gently release the foot if you have it. We'll bring both hands back to the mat, and then we'll just gently toe heel right foot across the mat, right knee down. Right, we'll set up for that second pigeon. Remember, you can take this shape on your back lying down. Walk your hands in towards you. Lift and lengthen through the front of the body, all the way up into your throat. If it feels good to fold forward, lower it down. Let the upper body go. Notice your breath. Can you stay present with the rhythm of your breath? Can you stay present with the rhythm of your heartbeat? Walk your hands in towards you. Tuck back toes. Inhale, we'll take the right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower it down. Go ahead and bring your knees down towards the mat. Knees wide, big toes touch, child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Roll the forehead side to side. Take a breath into the back side of your heart. And as you exhale, allow your hips to soften towards your heels. We'll walk our hands in beneath the shoulders. We'll go ahead and press ourselves up to seated. And then we're just going to make our way onto our backs. So go ahead and lower onto your back, lying down. Gather your knees in towards your chest. Maybe take a couple knee circles. Maybe a little supine twist side to side. But ask your body if there's any final shapes that you're craving, any final shapes that would serve you, and use these next few breaths to go there. And if your body isn't giving you any responses to what you need, right, maybe you're ready to move into Savasana, right, your final resting pose, arms and legs long, softening the gaze, closing your eyes. Right, so take this time to set yourself up for whatever you need. As you do so, just going to read a final passage to you. It's from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. It begins with a quote by Molly Voss. 2 heart cells beating. If you place 2 living heart cells from different people in a petri dish, they will, in time, find and maintain a third and common beat. This biological fact holds the secret of all relationships. It is cellular proof that beneath any resistance we might pose, and beyond all of our attempts that fall short, there is in the very nature of life itself some essential joining force. This inborn ability to find and enliven a common beat is the miracle of love. Yet we often tire ourselves by fighting how our hearts want to join, seldom realizing that both the strength and peace come from our hearts beating in unison with all that is alive. It feels incredibly uplifting that without even knowing each other, there exists a common beat between all hearts, just waiting to be felt. As you arrive in your final resting pose in your Shavasana, place one or maybe both hands over your heart. And know that our hearts are together in this moment, beating in unison. Take a deeper breath in here. And a fuller breath out. And just gently begin to awaken your body. Wiggling fingertips and toes. And just allowing your movements to organically grow from there. Whenever you feel ready, we'll go ahead and roll off to our right side. So lying down on the right bicep beneath the head like a pillow, knees in towards your chest. So taking a little fetal pose for just a round of breath, right? This moment of pause. And as you feel ready, making your way up to a comfortable seat. Right, finding some place to stack your spine nice and tall. We'll draw our hands together at heart center. It is such an honor and a privilege to guide you through this practice. Whether we know each other or not, I have so much love and gratitude for you taking this time on your mat today. Thank you for being here. From my heart, I bring my hands to third eye center. And it is from the space above my crown from which we are all connected. I bow forward, sealing in our time together. Namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day, and I hope you take a little extra love out into the world today. I'll see you again soon.